Hi, I'm Una from Creative Flow TV, and today I'm going to share with you 3 tips to help you to handle criticism and rejection in a much better way. Would you like to sack the critic? Yep, I bet we all would. But first I want to tell you a story. I was watching a TV programme the other day, and in this programme a person had a negative review about their book. And they had actually lots of really positive reviews. One of them was from the New York Times. Okay, the negative review was from a small, publication that didn't have a lot of readers. Yet they obsessed about that one negative review. In fact, they even went so far as to take action to try and discredit the reviewer so that they would feel better about themselves. Now, when you hear that, it kind of sounds a bit crazy, doesn't it? Yet, I bet, maybe you might have felt the same way in the past. Where you focused on the one negative thing that was said and discounted, and didn't really take on board and embrace the positive things that have actually been said about you and what you have achieved. I don't want you to do that. So here's 3 tips for you to apply in these situations. Number 1, I want you to check the criticism for validity. And there's a few ways to do this. 1, who is it who's actually being the critic? Are they in a situation that you would like to be in? Are they somebody that you could learn from? Do you appreciate their values, how they live their life, what they have achieved in their life and business? If you haven't, do you actually really need to be listening to them at all? And if they have, maybe it's time to actually sit up and take note. The other way that you can evaluate the criticism is to see, is it a matter of personal opinion and taste? Or is there actually, some underlying principles or tips and tools that you can actually take away from that criticism and make what you do even better? Tip number 2, value your own opinion at least as highly as everybody else's. You have value, you have gifts. It is time for you to get those gifts out into the world in a bigger way. Nobody who achieved anything worthwhile did so without any criticism. There are people out there who will want to pull you down a peg or two just because of their own insecurities. So make sure that you value your opinion more highly, or at least as highly as other people that you're coming into contact with. Tip number 3, keep creating. It's usually impossible to go back and fix mistakes. If you can, great, do so. But most of the time we need to actually keep moving forward. So by keeping creating, then you've got the opportunity to take what you have learned from this situation and put it into practice and add even more value with what it is that you're doing. Okay, so those 3 tips again are: 1, evaluate the criticism and maybe the critic too. Number 2, value your own opinion at least as highly as everybody else's. And 3, keep creating more. Because it's only by creating more are you going to make mistakes, are you going to actually get to fail forward and improve everything that you do. I'm Una from Creative Flow TV. Now you're ready to sack the critic. Tip number 2. I've forgotten again. Oh yes, okay. Tip number 2. Oh my God, I can't get this one in my head.